Hello students, today we will discuss next stanzas from the poem Lucy written by William Wordsworth. Students, in our previous lectures we have discussed some beginning stanzas and we have discussed that Lucy was a 3-year-old lovely baby girl. She lived in the lap of nature. She was, we can say that she was a child of nature, and the poet loved her very much. So, today we will discuss the next stanza from the same poem, Lucy. So, let us begin with the first stanza, which is under discussion today. Myself will to my darling be both law and impulse, and with me the girl in rock and plain, in earth and heaven, in glade and bower, shall feel an overseeing power to kindle or restrain. Myself will to my darling be both law and impulse. In these lines, nature is talking like a human being. Here the poet has personified the nature. Myself will to my darling be both law and impulse. In these lines, nature is talking like a human being. She says that she wants to train Lucy. She wants to educate Lucy in her own natural way, both law and impulse. Nature says that she will inspire good thoughts in Lucy's mind and noble feelings in the heart of Lucy. And with me, the girl in rock and plain. Nature says that the girl named Lucy will be free to visit anywhere in rocks or in the plains, in earth and heaven, in glade and bower. Then Lucy will be free to visit rocks, on rocks. Rocks means hills, plains, in earth and heaven. Earth and heaven means in open areas or in shady places. In glade and bower. Glade and bower means in open and shady places. Means Lucy will be free to visit anywhere. Shall feel an overseeing power to kindle or restrain. Everywhere she will feel the unseen presence. Overseeing power means unseen presence of God. Nature says that everywhere Lucy will feel uh, an unseen presence of God looking from the heaven or above to kindle or restrain. Then Lucy will be inspired to do good works, good things, and she will be checked. She will be controlled from doing evil things. Next stanza. She shall be supportive as the fawn that wild with glee across the lawn or up the mountain springs, and hers shall be the breathing balm, and hers the silence and the calm of mute insensate things. She shall be supportive as the fawn. In these lines, nature says that uh, she wants to train and educate Lucy in her own way, and she shall be supportive as the fawn. All things of nature will be teachers for Lucy, they will guide Lucy. The young deer running about happily in the lap of nature will teach Lucy to be playful. She shall be supportive as the fawn. The poet says that uh, the young deer, fawn means young deer, uh, will be happy when it will teach Lucy how to play in the lap of nature. That wild with glee across the lawn or up the mountain springs. Then, lifeless objects of nature will teach her to be calm, and hers shall be the breathing balm, and hers the silence and the calm of mute, insensate things. The things which are lifeless will teach Lucy to be peaceful. All the grace, all the beauty of nature will pass into her personality, into Lucy's personality. Means she will be beautiful, graceful, and charmful as the nature itself is. The healing power of nature will give her happiness. She will be calm, peaceful. The healing power of nature will give her health and happiness. As a result, the girl will grow up into a fine lady. She will be full of so many qualities. Next stanza. The floating clouds their state shall lend to her. For her the willow bend, nor shall she fail to see, even in the motions of the storm, grace that shall mold the maiden's form by silent sympathy. In these lines, nature speaks as a the floating clouds their state shall lend to her, for her the willow bent. In these lines, nature is talking to Lucy, or nature is talking like a human being. The floating clouds their state shall lend to her. She expresses a desire to train and educate Lucy in her own way. All the objects of nature will be teachers for Lucy. They will help her in every way. And the floating clouds their state shall lend to her. For her the willow bend. The in these lines nature speaks that the clouds that move about in the sky will lend their state. Their state means their beauty to Lucy. For her the willow bend, the flexible willow bend, the flexible willow tree. Willow means willow is the name of a tree. The flexible willow tree will teach her how to bend, nor shall she fail to see, even in the motions of the storm. Even the blowing storms, motions of the storms, movements of the storms, blowing storms will teach her something and develop her personality. Grace, even the motions of the storm, grace that shall mold the maiden's form by silent sympathy. Even the blowing storms or the movements of the storms will teach her something and develop her personality. All natural phenomena will be out to help and guide the girl. They will add to her beauty and grace and help her to develop into a very fine lady. Thus, in the lap of nature, Lucy will be grow up with so many qualities. So, in this poem, Lucy, we have as we have already discussed, the poet is talking about Lucy, who is a very little girl, and in the stanzas we have discussed today, in nature is talking to us as a human being, because the poet has personified nature, and nature is willing to adopt Lucy and fill her, instill good qualities into Lucy. So, students, today we have discussed some more stanzas from the same poem. Tomorrow we will continue with our next lecture. Thank you. Thank you very much.